Hello everyone, my name is Havian and today I'll be talking to you about Blue Protocol, which is the new multiplayer action RPG that Bandai Namco announced recently. Some new information, screenshots and small gameplay scenes were released for Blue Protocol. Now we know what 4 of the classes are, we've seen some of the combat, and we have a tiny bit of character creation footage. In the first screenshot that was shown when the game was announced, we got a glimpse of 3 of those classes, and one of those was the Twin Striker. This was the melee fighter class that had the dual axes, and from the looks of one of the characters, it's probably a story character, but in the video it seems like dual swords will make an appearance in the game. So I guess instead of dual axes, players may be able to use dual swords as well. And the other 2 classes that we previously saw, one of them was called the Blast Archer, which was the range class that had the bow, and the other one was called the Spellcaster, which was the mage class with the staff. The 4th class that we didn't see before is the Aegis Fighter, and that one wasn't shown in the original image. This class has a sword and shield, and in most of the screenshots it has heavy armor, so it's safe to assume that this will be the tank class in the game. This recent trailer only really included a few short clips of gameplay, but what we did see will give us a better idea of the things we can do and how the game will play. One of those things we have to look at is character creation. The options do seem pretty limited at the moment, and that's probably because this is still an early version of the game, but right now it seems to have options for selecting a male and female character, changing their physique, selecting facial features and hairstyles, and picking their starting outfits. Right now it only seems like you can make human characters, but it has been shown that there are other characters within the game that are not completely human. So maybe in the future there could be options for other races for those people that actually want it. The trailer also showed the town, field and dungeon areas, and the main website gave an outline of the story. Blue Protocol takes place on a planet called Regnus, which is filled with a mystical light called the Engram, and in the past it was prosperously ruled by ones called the Befarian Divines. The Befarian civilization they established covered the planet, and even enabled them to harness the power of time. But these divines have left for the heavens and an era of human rule has arrived. In search of the remaining lights, people have stepped foot into the ruins of Bavaria. What remains are their treasures and a dark secret. I'm not too sure how story heavy this game is going to be, but the trailer did show us a few of the in-game cutscenes, so I'd assume there's going to be a bit of care taken when it comes to the way they present the story to people. I don't think they've actually said how many towns will be in the game, but right now they've actually shown us one of them. From the gameplay and screenshots that were released, it seems like there will be locations within towns where people can go to collect some quests or missions, kind of like the quest boards that you'll find in other games. And then I would assume after picking up those quests you'll find the group of people to play with within the town, and then you'll head out into the fields and dungeons. One of the fields outside of town that we've seen so far seems really large, and it seems like the game will have a day and night cycle, so maybe something like that will influence certain things that will happen within the game. We didn't really have a chance to see a great deal of combat gameplay, but from what they have shown us it does seem like the game will have flashy action focused combat, and you'll need to roll out of the way to evade attacks. It seems like in this trailer they focused on some of the larger enemies that you'll be fighting, but inside of some of the screenshots it did look like there were smaller enemies that you'll probably have to fight through to get to the bosses in the dungeons. And in the trailer, when it showed when the bosses were defeated, it did look like they dropped boxes that I would assume would contain the enemy's loot. I still don't really know much about Blue Protocol, and I have no idea if this game will even be released in the West, but so far it looks interesting enough for me to keep my eye on it. But that's all the information I have for you today. If you enjoyed this video, then please remember to give it a like, and if you want to see more videos from me, then don't forget to subscribe and click that bell. And if you want to stay up to date with everything I'm doing, then follow me over on Twitter or head over to the Discord server. The links to those are in the description. If any more Blue Protocol information pops up, I'll be sure to let you know. In the meantime, I will be making some videos for other games fairly soon. But until I make those videos, I'll see you all later.